This is the longest and most difficult race I've ever done, and it almost ended in tragedy. Welcome to my 60 lap individual enduro race at Karting Madness Bayswater. With 20 drivers in this race, this was going to be a crazy race. Starting off in third but getting a pretty mediocre start, but I was able to hold on to my position. In the opening laps, it was extremely close between the top 5 on the grid, with all of us waiting for someone to make a mistake or someone to make a move, and it did happen pretty early on. I tried to follow this up and get a position as well, but unfortunately got shown the outside. Elbows were out from absolutely everyone, and that's exactly what I did here. Attempting to make my kart as wide as the entire track. You shall not pass! And there was no chance in hell I was gonna give it up easy. I mean, at least take me out to dinner first. Then the driver in front decided to make some pretty intimate eye contact. I continued looking for opening after opening, but nothing was really happening. But Lady Luck is never on my side. When I went for this overtake, unfortunately the driver behind decided to go up the inside, which was a really good idea, but I was luckily just able to fend him off to survive for another lap. But finally my chance came, and I was taking it. I had a pretty decent run and pretty open into the next corner, but unfortunately the driver in front didn't see me, so there was a bit of contact. But of course, as I finally got the overtake, that lap, there were some back markers, and it was an absolute pain to get past them. As I scrubbed off so much speed in the braking and the turn in that I absolutely had no run for the next 2 corners that are usually flat out. The driver behind me took an opportunity and accidentally understeered into my rear, which made me understeer into the wall, but there was no chance I was going to give up that easy. So I decided to do the rational. Go for a move that was never on. It only makes sense, right? Well, doing that, not only did I not get the position being a complete clown, I gave up the position by just being on a different line and having a slower exit. Well, as you can clearly tell, this is going well for me. As I tried to recover this abomination of a race so far, I almost pulled off a clean move, but unfortunately just didn't have the inside to the next corner. As you're probably thinking, there's no possible way things could go worse for me, right? Well, you're actually wrong. The one thing I am extremely capable of is absolutely bottling it, and that is exactly what I did when I tried to make a move and unfortunately just got absolutely clapped around the outside. As I really started to question my decision making here, I was hoping that the drivers in front would make a mistake as they were battling extremely hard and I was looking for an opening any chance I got. And a lap later, that's exactly what happened. With these two having a crazy close battle and then borderline ending up in a staring contest, I threaded the needle, got them both in one corner. What a move! And just when I thought my biggest battle of this race was over, I was extremely wrong, as I pulled away quickly from the drivers behind, and gaining any more positions was quite optimistic, because the drivers in front got to pull away from us while we were battling for position. But my biggest challenge had only just started, and as simple as it sounds, it was getting past back markers. While the marshals were blue flagging these back markers, half of them wouldn't move, or if they did, was extremely inconvenient and honestly lost so much valuable time in this race. From getting shown the wall when I try and go around the outside, to getting held up for over 5 laps at a time, to absolutely crashing out when the marshals didn't see someone needed to be blue flagged.
Please move! Please!
To pulling off crazy double overtakes just to get past these back markers. Let's be honest, it wasn't even the marshals' fault. Most of these drivers just weren't paying attention to the blue flags. And honestly, the only way to get past them most of the time was diving them or switchbacking them. And I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty damn satisfying. But as this race finally came to an end, I was so happy to see the checkered flag, and of course I was stuck behind a back marker to cross the line, but still to claim P3 in my first ever solo enduro race. What a performance. We'll see you next time, even faster. Peace.